Ryan, have you left your house in the 2 days?
Yeah, I've been going to the gym, man. Me and Dan got a pretty heated argument. Yeah. Michael was there to witness it. Michael just left out of the blue.
I can feel. Yeah, Mike literally just see Bud walk.
Why were you guys arguing about going to the gym?
So
I was being
I said I went to the gym like 4 times this week, and Mike was like, "Oh, that's good." And then Dan said something along the lines like, "You don't even know what the fuck you're doing," something like that. And then he kept challenging me and criticizing me.
Yep. And
then would give me no information of why I was doing it wrong, and I just fucking lost my shit.
That's classic Google behavior.
Yeah, but I think we did come to some sort of resolution by the end.
I think there was a disconnect between what Ryan's goals are for going and what Dan perceived his goals should be.
Dan thinks that I should just go on, count what macros, count my macros, do all that stupid shit. I don't need. My objective to going to the gym is to be healthy. If my body looks like Tom Brady's body, I'm healthy. Like, I don't care. I don't want to be ripped. I don't want to be able to lift in a crazy amount of weights or be strong. I want to be healthy.
And I understand that, but if you don't have an objective or overall goal, whether it's a physical strength, because how do you measure what health is? Health is how you feel.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, and I'm sure, but Tom Brady counts his macros. Tom Brady is out there fucking like constantly monitoring how much sugar intake, and he doesn't
Blake
drink.
Bortles.
Okay. And that's why Blake Bortles is out of the NFL. Okay, like there's a difference.
I think you go to the gym 4 days a week and be healthy.
Right, but I think it's not about being just healthy. You need to have some sort of.
I know that was his whole goal.
Yeah, but there needs to be a system in place.
No, my goal was to go to the gym 4 times a week in the month period to prove to myself, because my big issue with going to the gym is consistency. Absolutely. And Dan was saying, since I've never yielded any results, that I don't know how to fucking work out or something.
Well, yeah.
But that's not true, because it's about my personal drive. That's the obstacle I have to get over. It's not because I'm not seeing results, so I stop. It's just because I'd rather sit down and play video games and be a piece of shit.
How do you get drive? What do you need to instill drive? You need a goal. So you're gonna have a month for your goal, 4 days a week. That's gonna push your drive through.
Yes, but the issue with that fucking argument was you would never let me elaborate.
I'll tell you what you need. You need electrolytes. That's it.
Haterade. He got plenty of that haterade. I bet you went to the gym, had a decent little workout after that.
I didn't even fucking go because I worked out legs before.
What?
What a joke!
Yeah, I got a haircut and I came home and I took a nap and I cooked dinner.
He came over.
And I went to Sans. Yeah, I was doing real shit, real life.
Literally. No. You gotta have accountability, self accountability.
Yeah, but I don't need to fucking know. I don't need to owe you anything. I do it on my own fucking time, dude.
Okay, yeah, and then you'll never be healthy. You'll never get results.
Yeah, nobody's gonna trust a man who's losing hair at your age.
Okay, we can't
trust you.
That's true, dude. Listen.
You look like some kind of like CEO villain from a movie from the 80s.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Like a RoboCop villain.
It snorts cocaine.
Yeah, exactly, Michael. Thank you.
It's been a real, like, dude, seriously, sometimes I'm going to be real with you guys. Sometimes I want to cry. Like, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm being dead serious. Like, I want to break down.
You look like you work for the Mexican cartel.
I know
you're
it's
a drug
funny,
smuggler.
but dude, I have to go seek therapy now. Like, I'm having like real issues about it.
Hair loss?
Serious.
You know, you pushed me to want to go buy the pills and put the shit in my hair.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ryan. I can see a little bit creeping through there, dude.
What, the thinning?
Yeah, look at the middle of your temple.
What?
Okay, but Dan, even if you lose your ear, what do you care? It doesn't serve you. Like, what's the purpose of it?
Oh, if I lose my hair, it'll be fine, but I want to keep it.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's healthy hair. It's healthy
people
hair.
don't talk about men's mental health, okay? And hair loss is a big deal. Okay?
It is. Dude, I actually put a gun in my mouth. Because I said, if I'm going to fucking not have hair, I can't live
Yeah,
like
but Dan,
Mike, look at me, Michael.
Mike, not everyone's blessed with your hairline.
I support this decision. I support this decision.
Look at Sean, though.
All ghouls die. All ghouls die.
No, but seriously, look at this fucking hairline, Sean. You have no room to talk. Shut the fuck up. Look at that shit.
Shiny
you look Native American. You look Native American. That shit looks real. My hair looks like.
It doesn't matter if you lose your hair. Is you just go bald, then it's fine.
Mike, we'll never understand them. We'll never understand what it's like to be them.
Yeah, your whole family. No one's bald in your family.
No, but even if somebody was, I wouldn't like. For me, it's like okay, like if I don't have any hair,
probably treat them differently.
Yeah, you'd probably be like.
I feel a little bad for him, treat him to be a little soft. Like, hey, how's it going? Are you doing okay?
I mean, Dan's like 5'6". He looks like a toddler.
5'7".
I feel bad for him.
Is he short? Is Tom Cruise shorter or taller than you?
I think he's 5'5", 5'6". Rocky Balboa, Sylvester. I think he's like 5'5", 5'6". Listen,
hey man,
I'm short, dude. I'm
just
short.
Become a wildly successful mega superstar, and nobody will care. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, some of which you may have just heard. Welcome to episode 21, first and last ever episode 21 of Zoobox Podcast, or Zoobox, whatever you want to call it. So, just in case anybody new, I guess we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Sean. What about Ryan? What do you sound like?
I sound like this? My name is Ryan.
Cutie patootie, cutie patootie. Michael, what do you sound like? What are you all about? Give us your long...
Straight shooter.
That's right. I expect nothing less. And Dan.
Fuck you. No. Oh, all right. I'm here, everyone. The ghoul is back. Okay.
The ghoul has risen from his dirt mound.
Absolutely.
Come and give the people trash.
Just don't watch Richard Jewell. You'll be fine. So, Mike, you wanted to talk about something today. I know you were talking about it. So, how do you what do you want to talk about these psychedelics for? What are you fucking trying to start some sort of operation? Or you just wanted to explore?
I really want, and I want to know what you guys all think about doing psychedelics, and what would you do them to explore more about yourself, or not just to do them just to have fun, but to actually explore.
Have like an experience, like a personal edifying
experience. Or do you believe that's possible with them?
Yes, I do. I know they are because I've done it.
Ryan?
I've never done them. And for professional reasons, I never will.
Coward.
There you go. Well, psilocybin is legal. Yeah, it is in Denver. In certain cities, I think Seattle, it's legal.
Yeah,
Los Angeles.
What? Really?
Yeah. They're legalizing it because it can be good for mental health reasons.
Ooh.
But I've done mushrooms, so that was pretty cool. Acid and stuff. I liked it, dude. I thought it was a good time. But I can say if you're in a bad state of mind, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Yeah, I've seen people have some pretty crazy.
You should have like a guide. You need to have somebody that's sober, that's done it before, around. It just makes the experience better. Like when I did, like I've done mushrooms a handful of times, and the best times I did mushrooms was I went out one night. My friend had done mushrooms earlier in the day, and I was in a band at the time, and I couldn't do mushrooms because I just didn't like get drunk or anything before I'd play a show. And then by the time he was coming down off of his mushrooms, I was ready to do my mushrooms. So I did my mushrooms, and we went out, and he took me out on the town. And I had like the most fun I've ever had, and I had like this incredible personal experience with it. I saw myself in the third person. I did a lot of mushrooms.
That's sick.
It was sick, dude. We went to a bar. There was like a blues band playing. There was like neon lights everywhere. I thought it was amazing. It was like the best time, one of the best times of my life.
Oh, see, I want to go out in the woods with all of you guys, and we just do like 500 milligrams.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
I would love to.
And just, I don't know if we'll have a guide, but we all just.
Well, that's another thing. As long if you're around people that you trust, is really kind of what if it was just going to be, say, hypothetically, Ryan would never do this. He would never do anything like this. But hypothetically, 4 of us are going to do it. We're going to go out in the woods. We all trust each other, so we're safe, right?
Yeah, because I've done it once.
Well, there's got to be some stipulate. You can't be in unfamiliar territory.
It's okay to go take a walk.
No, we just have a base camp set up,
Well, yeah, I was thinking we rent a friggin' mountain house. We,
Oh, that'd be sick.
hang out for a couple days. Stay there for a week. The first few days, you're just kind of chilling and taking in the scenery, right? Because my worry is you take it and then it's bad, and you don't you're in an unfamiliar location and you're
makes it worse,
freaking out.
That might be just part of the trip.
You're gonna freak out on them like that.
Yeah, dude. Shrooms is not that bad, dude.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's more like
more organic.
You feel spacey and like streams. Like it's not.
You have great conversations. You have stream of consciousness. I've had so much fun.
That's how I felt when I was on acid. I took acid one time.
Oh my goodness!
Acid,
the truth comes out.
Yeah,
acid is just like a more.
That's synthetic, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think it exists in nature.
It's comparable to mushrooms, I would say, acid, but it is different. It is very different. And also it depends on the amount you have. If you only took a little bit, you're going to have probably more fun than if you took a lot. If you took a lot, you can end up in your own nightmare. That's happened to me, dude. I was sitting in a house one time and everything just started melting around me, and then somebody was trying to lick my arm. It was fucking get out of control. My friend is all fucked up on the couch, he's like coming at me like a zombie.
Oh my god, shit! It's that train spotting. That's all I can think of. It's just like a dirty, nasty, fucking disheveled area. Heroin and a baby in the background.
Kind of. It was I lived with a bunch of rich kids when I lived in Boston, and it was but they were pretending to be poor. So we lived in the house was kind of a shithole, and they lived in squalor. But can I
ask you a question about these rich kids?
Yeah.
Were they generous?
No. Actually, they literally would steal my food.
Oh, dude, that's the worst.
Dude,
I had a job. I had a fucking job. They didn't have jobs, and they went to school.
Sean,
and
let's
their parents sent them checks.
Let's be fair here. Were you not a rich kid?
At the time, Mom and Dad didn't give me any money when I moved to Boston. And when I lived in Leominster, they took money every month.
Mm-hmm. Would you go down to the jungle and drink the jungle juice?
I looked into it a couple years ago. I was trying to figure out how to make it myself because I obviously can't afford to go to the jungle.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I want to go. I want to take a trip in a couple of years and do it.
Do you have to go to the jungle?
Well, that's where the plant comes from. I don't know. Can you get it in the U.S.?
No.
I don't know if people make it here.
Well, they have cactus stuff with similar, I guess. Ayakosha or whatever it's called.
Now, do you want to do these drugs with the goal of having an introspective experience, or would you let it happen? Or just whatever happens, happens?
Whatever happens. I just want to see if there's another deeper self to me, or if there's something I'm missing, or a critique.
Tap into I guess for lack of a better way of putting it, spiritual side.
Yeah.
A tangible spiritual, not the abstract idea of the spiritual, but a tangible spiritual experience. I actually experienced this. I felt like I could touch it.
Yeah.
That's what people say when they do ayahuasca. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, that's what I want. And I've been looking into it, and some places don't, they're afraid that you're going to because some people have really bad trips.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get ripped off because they don't make it that strong.
Yes.
So you got to go to a place that really makes it
legit.
Down the river.
Sean Penn. Sit there and cry and throw up for 8 hours.
Yeah. It's food poisoning. You're poisoning yourself. Yeah.
Some people have that, Ryan. They throw up and cry and they
shit themselves.
They have demons.
Well, do you think? Because I was thinking about this, Sean. You said you had a really good experience. Did you have introspective thoughts about how you could change as a person? And
yes, actually, I saw myself for the first time. I saw who I really was. It was really weird.
Do you think, kind of just with any type of therapy, one time, in my opinion, isn't enough? Would it have to be not necessarily consistent, but would you have to expose yourself to that more than once to actually, in a sense, change? Do you think you can, or you think you can change from one experience?
I think if it hits you hard enough, or if it seems so obvious, like unless just a lot of things like you're just too close to it, especially with like personal things, right? Like it's hard to critique yourself because you just don't see yourself in the third person. So I didn't like see myself like an out of body experience. I just saw myself in the third person. It was weird. I went for like 2 hours.
Do you think you've changed from that moment? Like to this day, you've kept the change?
I did. I mellowed out pretty like quickly after that.
See, like, I would think it would take more than once, just from like thinking it from a logical standpoint.
Well, maybe there might be more than one thing that you're trying to work on or change about yourself.
Okay.
Or see. Yeah,
sure. I don't think like doing it again. Like I've probably done mushrooms like maybe 5 or 6 times total.
And it
was during a very specific period of my life. It was within like a 2-year period.
So you didn't have a goal necessarily in mind, like.
No.
If you were to do it right now, would you try? Not necessarily. I don't know how to put it into words, but you would be actively thinking, maybe, and you have a different frame of mind. You have a whole new perspective. You're a whole different person. So yeah, you probably would have a whole different experience. Honestly,
probably would. I don't know. It would be weird, like and not to be like overly like too super personal, but like like after like having a dead dad and having a kid and all that shit, like I don't even know what that would be like. I don't know what realms I would open up in my brain that are in there.
Sounds awful, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but that's why you do it, to explore yourself.
Well, exactly. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm not saying that would be like a negative experience. I mean, it would just be different because I'm so different. I have so much more life experience. I'm such a different person than I was when I was 22 or 21, So I'd be excited to do it. Like that's what excites me about that psychedelics. Like I don't really care so much about like, well, let's go have fun. Like that's part of it. Yeah. That's part of it, and I think that's a good like additive to the experience. But I would really want to do it because I enjoy the pseudo spiritual feeling it gives me.
That's why I want to do it, because you hear about these people that have like these. They do these experiences and they're like, oh man, I was being this or like this, and then I did this experience and I completely changed, or I saw myself like you did, how I really am, and just like you got rid of some fakeness about you or pretending or some kind of wall or
Have you ever done anything, Mike?
What?
Have you ever done any type of drug?
I did mushrooms one time, but it was more. I didn't have an experience like Sean. It was more like a party, fun experience.
And I think the context in which you do it in is part of it. How much you take, like how your body reacts to it. Sometimes your body like actually resists it the first time you do it.
Yeah, well, at the end, I had a bad trip because I got around some bad people, negative people.
And that happens. Yeah, you feel like you can literally like feel the energy shift.
Yeah,
you feel it. Like,
I felt the walls going like this, like they were bouncing, and I felt like they were gonna crush me.
Yeah, I know exactly what you feel like.
Dan, have you ever done mushrooms?
Yeah.
Or anything?
Yeah, you said he did it. Like, what was your experience with them when you did them?
Last time I did it, I was in Oregon, but it was I took 2 or 3 caps, which is a good bit, and about 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I think I talked to.
Why would you do that?
You did. You talked to me. You were like, "Hey, I want to talk to you before I get completely wasted."
Yeah, and I was playing.
What's the vitamin C?
Supposed to make it more powerful in the extension.
Yeah, it enhances it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some reason I took I don't know how much. It was a lot of vitamin C. I took a shit ton, and mine was. It started out just sitting there, and then I was playing Tetris. Tetris Effect. Yeah. And I was like kind of fucking really into it, and I was so focused on it. I remember being so focused on it, and I had beat it on master or expert, whatever. And I was just literally just sat there for an hour, and I hadn't really looked around me since then. Since looking at the screen, I was kind of just glued. And my roommate at the time was sitting outside, and it's to the right, and I just remember looking over. And like the whole fucking room went jiggly. Like I was like, oh shit, everything looked really fucking far.
Yeah.
Like, and then the thing really close was super close.
Yeah.
But it was super like, you're like, whoa. Seriously. And I went out there and I think I played guitar or some faggy shit, for a little while. And then
because that's what happened to me. Like I had somebody called me when I was tripping balls, and I used to have an old like Verizon flip phone, those little like fat, chubby, short ones, and it did that. It did that thing where it was like getting far. I was trying to bring it up to my face to answer it, and I started getting too big. So I freaked out, and I almost fucking threw it down the street.
So like he's just, it's just getting bigger. Yeah. It's a definitely, I think spatial awareness is not there, and you just kind of I felt really good though. I felt really mellow. I felt really chill. But speaking of a bad trip, my roommate's girlfriend at the time, they went and saw Jack White, his opening show at McMinnon's or something like that. It's famous, but it was right down the street from our house, and he fucking dude, like she comes back an hour after the show started about. She's fucking crying, fucking crazy shit. She fucking had a bad trip in the middle of a concert, and they spent like $500 or so. I don't know how much. It was a lot to be right up near the stage. They were in like that special zone, so right next to the stage, and she just had a fucking freak out, dude.
Was it just them?
It was her. It was like 4 of them. It was 2 couples, and I stayed home because I wasn't about to spend that kind of money,
Yeah.
Because I guess subconsciously I knew I was moving from Oregon very soon after that. But it's definitely, you can see the bad trip, dude, freaking out. I just knew to keep their space. Just keep your space from people who are freaking out. Let them go through it.
Do you think you would have do you think it's possible for you to really have truly a bad trip? Or do you think, because I do feel like there's a sense of mental fortitude.
Like, how much control do you have?
More than you think.
It's understanding that you're tripping.
Yes.
You have to know that, I'm high.
That is honestly, that's really the trick to tripping, is to always be conscious of the fact that you took drugs.
So maybe someone who suffers from like severe anxiety probably should stay away from it?
I don't know. No. I'm not a doctor. I ain't fucking make any recommendations.
Listen, first what you gotta do, when you drink the turpentine, take a little bit of sugar, okay? No.
But when I did it at the way end of mine, I got physically sick. Like I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, it happens.
Was that just because like the room was freaking out, or was it like you just got something in your stomach?
I smoked a little pot and then I just got really sick.
Yeah, that could do it. I think I never mixed marijuana in that. At least I don't remember doing. Mine wasn't very long though. Mine was only about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, I would say that's like mine. So maybe not long, even.
No, but it's not. It's progressive. It has a peak, but the peak isn't like that bad, and then it kind of goes down.
It's a good time, actually.
Yeah, it's if you really want to
right circumstances.
Honestly though, chilling out on the beach, I think mushrooms would be sick. Chilling
in the forest,
or just being in nature would be awesome.
Is there like a hangover associated with it, or no? It's clean? You feel clean
as long as you drink water.
Yeah,
stay hydrated.
Now, I'm always worried. Now, this is one reason why I want it to be legal, because I'm worried that if I get something, I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, you gotta know people. I feel like
mushrooms
obviously.
They're pretty.
Or do you think it's not that dangerous? Or how do I know how much I'm taking?
I don't know. You can weigh it by the grams.
But I wouldn't advocate just getting it from a random person.
That's what I mean. It's like, how do you even enter into the...
Find a cow field and go find a cow shit and go pick your own.
I think if you know. So if it has a blue ring or something underneath. I didn't really like look into it too hard. But I'll tell you, you want to know the best way to eat mushrooms? Because they're gross. The best way to eat them?
Peanut butter sandwich.
No. Well, okay. Gross. No,
probably pretty good.
The best way to do it. You know those mini microwavable macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
You do that. You mix it in, dude. Fucking clutch, dude.
Why is peanut butter sandwich disgusting?
Yeah,
something that takes too much.
I don't know.
Because
peanut butter could coat your mouth, and you got mushroom in there too with it.
No, I'm telling you, the macaroni and cheese is the best because you can't really taste it, and it's easy to get down, and it's quick. It's too much bread, too much stuff going on there, you know? Not me.
All right, let's plan to do it.
I would say, dude, I'm down.
Plan, yeah.
A hypothetical plan, absolutely.
No, we should go camping on a weekend or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be down, dude. Listen,
I like how your
guys.
story start.
My life is beautiful. I can do whatever I want. While you guys are still slaves to the system, I have elevated myself, making the system my slave. I actually, something Sean and I were talking about, since we're talking about psychedelics and stuff. How do you guys think? Okay. How do I say this? DMT, right? We all need dimensional tryptamine, whatever that is, right? Yeah. DMT is like the death drug. That's what happens when you die. It's released in your brain so that it makes you trip out, so that you kind of go off easier. So I was sitting there thinking, if you were gonna like kill yourself, okay. Now hold on, I gotta think about this shit. This is real. This is for real shit.
I was coming out.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because I was like, okay, if you try to kill yourself, let's say by taking some sort of pills. Right? Like, so like, let's say something that like fucking knocks you out and then you pass out, right? And maybe like a shit ton of opioids and then you pass out. I was thinking that's got to be, what happens if you get stuck? Because like DMT is such a powerful drug that if it mixes with another drug, what happens if you get stuck in some sort of perpetual time loop, crazy shit that you can't get out of, like a nightmare?
Like Groundhog Day?
Yeah, or something crazy like that. Shit.
Like what's that movie that they made?
Groundhog Day?
No, where the college students they go down.
Horror movie?
It's not a horror movie. It's a horror movie. The guy that played in 24 played in the original.
Lost
Boys? Flatliners.
Yeah, Flatliners, where they knock themselves dead for a while.
Yeah, they basically bring themselves to the brink of death to have a DMT or true DMT experience and see the other side and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
The ultimate thrill seekers.
I don't know. That just really made me think about suicide. I believe suicide is wrong and stuff. But I do. I don't.
That's just funny.
Well, Pope Dan coming out, giving it to the people. Listen, guys, I think it's bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not good. But I think if it really raises a question, because what happens if DMT is the way your soul transfers to the next realm, or that's how you get to the next dimension? So if you like,
So suicide would put you in a perpetual state? Is that what you're saying?
Well, because the way I look at it is this. Okay.
If you don't get the DMT trip, you mean?
Well,
what if you just shot yourself in the head?
Okay, hold on. Let's get that. We'll come to that in a second. I have most people who commit suicide and or try to commit suicide and survive always talk about the end. Okay. Talk about the instant regret. Like the instantaneous, people who've survived jumping off buildings or off of bridges. Yeah. The moment they leap, there is that guttural, instinctual reaction to survive.
Well, we don't. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
To people who've lived.
Sounds like a woman. Yeah.
Yeah. That to me it says a lot. Okay, so I think if you go into the state of mind, I'm going to kill myself and I'm going to take all this sleeping pills or all this stuff. You're going into that mindset, right? So then when subconsciously, when you're dreaming and you start to die, your body starts to physically die. Inside your head, it's going to try to fight and live. And that sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like some crazy shit that could happen as the DMT trip is coming in and you're mixed up on all this stuff. I think it really raises the question to me is like, dude, if you're going to die, dude, like that's just fucking wild. That would just be I think that would be a terrible experience.
Well, if that happens.
If that happens. But if the DMT, I believe, is the spirit, it sends the spirit to the next dimension. It does. It sends it to that next level. And if you kill yourself through shooting yourself in the head or something, and you lose all that DMT release, like that would be maybe that's how you get ghosts.
It's like it's like not having a ticket.
Yeah.
Well, if we talk about people how they describe doing DMT and what it's like, when it feels like, it's almost like a portal, right? Yeah. Generally, people talk about it in that kind of way. So what if that, like Dan said, what if that is the thing that opens up the portal to let your soul or whatever, your energies, go into the next realm? So if you don't get the DMT thing, you don't open up the portal.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that's romanticized.
What
people's DMT experiences?
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out.
You think Alex Jones would be fucking telling me lies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. Sean.
That's what happens when we die. We go meet our masters.
Alex Jones confirmed, though.
Yeah. Did he confirm?
Said, yeah, he said that's what people say. Little gray men.
Yeah.
Come out of the woods. They say, here's the technology.
Do you guys believe it? You buy that shit?
Well, I don't know, because if you did DMT, if you just took DMT and you're doing it, is there a chance that you leave that part of you in that other dimension if that's true?
Well, that's the question, Michael. That's why I think if we were going to do a hypothetical situation, we would have to go for the hardcore shit.
I don't think I could ever do that.
Honestly. I don't know if I want to do that, Dan. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, no, I want to meet the elves. I want to meet the dark elves. I want to explore and them give me.
I'm all about introspective exploration, but I don't think, I don't know. I don't know if I can go to that level.
Listen, Dan and we will take a trip.
Yeah.
And we will come back and we will report. Look for it in the future on Zoobox.
And guess what happens when Zoobox becomes the biggest in the world and you two are left out of it? You didn't come to the elves.
Hey, get those other. I want the DMT guys.
Well, yeah, maybe that's what you need to do.
Guys. Yeah, that might blow us up. You know, if we did it right.
Kind of deal with the elves.
What are you missing? The ghoul is gone.
What
if the ghoul got left behind?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I would not do it then.
What if you take this drug, right? And then you come back feeling, oh, I don't need to do this hair product. I don't need any of this.
It would probably be very free.
I guess. My hair would probably just go back from the lack of stress.
But maybe I'll interpret that as you're not there anymore and you're stuck in the dimension.
Dude, listen, this is all risks that you got to take.
Ryan just comes up to you. Who the hell are you? Give me back my brother, you fucking
starts beating the shit out of me.
Well, I guess, but wouldn't that be the whole point of something like that in a way? Is like to lose those kind of inhibitions and those kind of self-conscious things that we kind of carry about these superficial material things that don't really matter.
Yeah, but what if you lose something that you do matter about?
I mean, Mike,
that's what gets left, what gets kept.
Okay, but the true measure of doing anything that has a potential or a risk of a failure or something happening, like that's what you always are sacrificing. You're always taking those risks. So it might as well go out and fucking send it and see what you get from it. Because what happens if you go into this DMT realm? I mean, right? I mean, honestly, though, we could do some heroin once and just test it out.
Is there any way to do heroin that's not?
Yeah, Ryan, it's called OxyContin.
Opioid.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if there was a different difference between them.
No,
it's like
there's a difference, I'm sure.
Has a different molecule in it, but basically the same.
I guess it's just about how fast it comes into action.
It's called white people crack.
No, it's an opioid. Opioid is an opioid.
No, if you inject it straight in your bloodstream, you're gonna feel it immediately. Versus taking it orally, it's not gonna. I mean,
you can do oral steroids like that. You can. Yeah. People inject them.
Yeah, Justin used to do it all the time. Justin used to inject just opioids, and basically it's heroin. You know, right? So.
Oh, okay.
Which sounds pretty crazy. I don't know. And now he's dead. So.
Okay, well, let's just have a drug.
Lesson learned.
Do all these different ones.
What?
Let's have like a drug year where we do DMT. We take a trip to the jungle.
Yes.
Do just 1 year
with natives.
I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like an explorer. You know, like one of those explorers from the back in the early 19th century when they were like leave their families for like 10 years, go out to the Amazon. I'll come back and see my son. I'll be like, "You're old enough to come with me now, son." Murdered by tribesmen.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty interesting documentary.
Be a pretty good movie.
A group of people went out in search of ayahuasca, and it was their journey.
Well, they have little mini documentaries like that.
Yeah,
do they?
On YouTube.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Ryan. We're the first people to ever think about making a documentary about drugs. You know what I mean? Like,
well, did they go to people in loincloths, Dan?
You guys ever
dance around fires?
Documenting your ayahuasca experience? I think.
Yeah, I watched one from a guy from New York. He was like a big Wall Street investor, and he went down and did it, and then he just
quit his job.
Wall Street and move down there and open up like a clinic.
Actually,
I did see that.
I hear stuff like that quite a bit, like where these like business guys, people that are more in a generic way, business guys, they go down there and then they come back and they quit their jobs and they go kind of work like menial jobs and
with their millions of dollars in equity and
they probably already have some savings.
Like they're fine now. You're like, you know what, man? I've got 35 million. I don't need any more. And if I go down here, I can live like a king for the rest of my days.
I'm moving to the Philippines, buddy. 35 million. That's gonna take me about 100 years, and I could live in a mansion and have a maid.
Yeah,
I had a professor that went down there and did that. She didn't move down there, but she went and drank the juice.
The jungle.
Oh, went to the ayahuasca stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
She did the legit shit, right? Like
how much of a market is there for this type of stuff? Like how controlled is it?
Right now. It's
actually
big.
Joe Rogan's basically mainstreamed it.
Yeah,
like every rich person, every rich celebrity is like going. Like Chelsea Handler went and did it. Like I mean, that's where we're at.
It's trendy. It's right
now.
It's
not that much.
Are we falling under the spell?
We are
the trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go do it right. Because you just got to get a plane ticket.
What if this is how you actually get inducted into the Illuminati and we lose our souls? You think about that?
That would be awesome if we stumbled across some kind of owl worshipping.
But like, what would
Moloch,
and we're all high on whatever ayahuasca?
And you just be like, I guess this is how it ends, guys. This is how it ends. That's how I'd probably say. Like, it's over. I'm a ghoul. I have to stay in character. It's over, guys.
It'd be like the end of that movie. What is it? The Last Exorcism.
Oh yeah.
That he's just like, well, I guess I'm running into the fire.
Yeah, some fucking.
What else are you gonna do?
I mean, I guess fucking get out of there. Like, I don't know, somewhere else.
Dude, he found God again. He had to go do it.
I guess, yeah.
But that's what I would do. Yes, if we find Moloch in the forest, I will run into Moloch. I will be like, I will put on do my best Alex Jones impression. Moloch,
grab the loudspeaker.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I really don't think it's that much. You just buy a plane ticket. You find a place that does it. They put you in a little teepee tent, and you
it's
you sit around a circle and you
I
drink
don't want to
it.
get raped. I don't want to just go to some random spot and be put in a tent and given a drug. You know what I mean?
Why are they separating us? Oh, not us, just you, buddy.
What happens if Mike, for someone who's as religious as you are, what happens if you come out of the experience and you don't believe in God anymore?
Yeah, but I'm not like super religious. I do believe in God, but maybe
but what happens if you come out and you're just like, that doesn't make sense anymore. It just doesn't make sense.
Do you think you would feel a pressure to maintain an image
of what? Of God?
Right. To to your family and
I feel like there's not. I feel like the pressure for me right now, personally, is there's maybe a pressure to maintain a religion. Maybe I might drop that, but I don't know if it's going to change my belief in God or not.
What if you just start thinking that these gray men, we don't know what they have to say, Michael?
Because I do believe in God, so I truly believe in God.
Dude, what happens if you went there? If you went there and you did meet God and he like kicks the shit out of you for like, hey, what are you doing in my house? Like, you know what I mean? God is lounging there watching the Patriots because he obviously, he's a Patriots fan, and he's just sitting there watching Super Bowl like 67. It's still Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. That'd be sick.
And he looks at you dead in the eyes and says, "You don't belong."
Well, that's
what do you hell?
Well, we got to go do it to find out.
I guess so.
You, Michael.
Fine. You just dress up like a jungle. You fucking get some khakis, a little hat, and.
I'm not worried about the.
Where we go?
I'd rather let's do the mountain house first, and then we can go on to the jungle.
Baby steps.
Well, yeah, because the jungle is a little bit more expensive. It is going to cost a couple $1,000, but
we need to get a little bit further into middle age before we do that, right?
Yeah, we need to have some issues.
Yeah,
I do think you shouldn't. Personally,
I'm not trying to get captured by the cartel.
Well, that's just a risk you take going down to Mexico.
That would be a great cartel business. Ayahuasca salesman. That's
probably
how they do trafficking.
Do they have it in Mexico?
Well, you know what I mean. Whatever. South America, dude. Racist.
They're everywhere. The cartel's everywhere.
Yeah. The cartel runs.
Look behind you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dan.
I don't remember what I was gonna say honestly, so it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Well, what would you dress like if you went to the jungle, Dan? That's what the hot topic is. Michael's wearing khakis and
I would probably
hat?
be. I would probably be. I don't know, dude. Jeans and a t-shirt, sweaty as fucking mad.
I don't know. You gotta go long sleeves, mosquito nets.
Yeah.
Would you want to look intimidating, or would you want to, maintain an image of neutrality?
Neutrality, always.
Yeah,
if you're going to a foreign country,
something that fits the environment.
Okay.
You don't want to go down there looking like you want to beat the shit out of someone. That's how you get your ass beat.
Well, you don't want people approaching you though, thinking they can just do anything to you.
I mean, I don't think go out there wear a salmon colored shirt and khakis and like fucking look like you're a tourist.
It's like,
You know what I
excuse me.
So I can't wear a Hawaiian shirt?
Could you tell me where the ayahuasca hut is?
Right.
What?
At the resort, you could.
Oh, at the resort. Okay.
But outside that, no, you gotta look.
Oh, there's a resort? I thought we were going out in the
it's
jungle.
not a resort. It's not like a resort that you think of, but it's like a ayahuasca resort.
No, they have them out there in the middle of nowhere now. No, because this has become a thing.
Okay.
So it's like an industry where it's like you go to a travel agent and you book a trip to go do ayahuasca.
Yeah, but they don't have a resort like a wall.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But it's like
yeah. You'll be kept from the I know what you're thinking, buddy. You'll be kept from those dirty village people.
I just don't want to be put in a situation, you know what I mean?
Where you get raped.
Or like I black out, I wake up in the back of a fucking pickup truck and I'm tired. It's like Skyrim.
Covered
I
in
just
blood.
come to and I'm in the back of a wagon
and you just think to yourself, hell of a trip.
Yeah. Next thing you know, they hand you an M4. They're like, "Come with me," and you're like, "Oh my god."
This is who you are now. Look at me. Look at me.
Ryan's like, I've been training my whole entire life for this moment.
Yeah, I actually did play the Modern Warfare.
The first time I heard about this was years ago. I watched that documentary where the Wall Street investor went down there.
Yeah.
But then there was this other guy in the documentary because they were talking about psychedelics. This is like maybe like back in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was taking mushrooms and he had like seizures and the mushrooms were healing him. And the whole time I'm like, this guy's bullshit. This guy just likes to get stoned. Because I didn't think that, mushrooms could do something like that for you because he was microdosing every day. So he wouldn't have these seizures.
Okay.
I
just thought this guy liked to get stoned. I was like, oh, this guy just likes to get stoned.
This guy just likes to party.
I think it's you shouldn't do it. You should really start I don't think you should be delving into this stuff until you're past like 25, 26.
Yeah, you got to have that prefrontal cortex needs to be fully formed so that you can have those ability to rationalize properly.
And honestly, I don't think you should do anything until you're 25, 26.
That's a little late for me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, all of us.
For anyone. I mean, even
Joe
alcohol.
Rogan. Joe Rogan
drank alcohol.
No, I know, but he didn't do anything else until he was older. I think that would definitely be because you can go into it with a mature mindset,
Yeah, because when I did it, I was like 17. I had the intents just to get high.
Right, exactly. Maybe it's a mindset thing. I don't know.
My intents I didn't even know this was possible to like enter into another dimension. Like no one ever talked about it like that. People always talked about it just having a good time.
Yeah, because people don't conceptualize it that way. I mean, it's really just a matter of how you conceive the experience. Some of it could be just like this idea is in your subconscious, so you will manifest those thoughts. That could be part of it. There's a confirmation bias. So I don't know. Yeah. I know when I had my super cool crazy trips, like I did it just to get high. I didn't know that I was going to have like an introspective experience. I had no idea. So
the whole Alex Jones DMT thing just sounds hocus pocus. Kind of like you were saying, he was manifesting it into what he perceived as like he wanted it to be that way.
Well, that was Joe Rogan. A lot of people, I've seen documentaries of people talking about this years ago because I looked into ayahuasca and the deprivation chambers, like those things where you sit in the water and like I always wanted to try one of those.
Hey, how much is one of those?
I have like $10,000 or something.
Holy crap!
To buy one for your house, and then you got to maintain it, so it's very expensive. But no, I looked into it, and a lot of those people describe that experience all the time. Like it's not something that is unique toward Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. Apparently, that's just like a thing that I guess is pretty common.
Maybe they're the Illuminati.
Because people go down to the jungle, and sometimes you take the shit, and they will sit you around a fire, and there's a forest, kind of the forest out there,
and then some dude comes out in like an alien costume.
It's really just one of these just like these village people, and they just come out there and just jerk off in front of you, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, dude. I thought I saw a god out in the woods."
Dude, one of the
cream.
There was a really crazy experience where I read this article about it, but there was a guy, I think he was doing something like that. He was doing some drug, but like the guy was standing there and he was naked, had an erection, and he just was shaking, like just kind of like freaking out, and then he came.
Happens to me all the time.
His dick was hard as a rock, and he just started dribbling out his dick like some sick shit. That's a sick. I'm just saying.
I was probably fingering him in the butt. Or something.
Yeah. Well, that would work for me.
So he was tripping and this happened? He just started happening?
He stood up and he was like, he just took off his clothes. He maintained an erection. He just got up, had an erection, and just took off all his clothes. And then
he maintained an erection.
Yeah, he maintained an erection for a few minutes while standing there, just like kind of vibrating. And then he came. Listen, he like made himself come.
It's clear what happened. He's either having sex with a ghost, maybe a ghost is blowing him, or a demon. I mean,
what if that was
probably the
just
demon?
saying? I'm just saying, guys.
You need to take the drug to be able to lift the veil.
Could you imagine, dude?
To see the blowjob demon.
I've always wanted to
maintain a relationship with the demon. It's like a girlfriend.
Because it was so good.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back.
But hey, who are you talking to? No one. Don't worry about it.
I just can't wait till they legalize everything.
5-10 years, you'll see marijuana like probably across the United States.
Oh, it's gonna be such a blessing.
Plus, I have been too.
So soon. That seems way too soon. I don't know. It's gonna be that early.
Marijuana is probably gonna be in 5 years.
Medical marijuana is coming to Alabama supposedly.
I just hope Trump just pulls a baller move and he's like, "Listen, marijuana is legal. It's a national mandate now."
Yeah, but he can't do that.
Why not? He's the president. He can do whatever he wants.
No, he can't.
It's whatever it's called. Not do it.
He could decriminalize it, I think. He could decriminalize it in the United States, but I don't think he could make it legal.
He could change the federal law, but then the states have to basically by themselves decide whether or not, state by state, they want it to be legal.
Well, Florida needs to get a truck.
Okay, well, I see what you mean then.
Well, you got medical
federally prosecuted.
Yeah, but how hard is that to get?
Not very hard, from what I've heard.
You got back pain, don't you?
I could get it. I could, if I lived in Florida, I would get it like in 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's got radiculopathy.
Yeah, I would get it in 2 seconds.
You might have to make a trip to a doctor.
Yeah,
no, there is. I know because I see Dr. Green.
Yeah,
but I don't want them keeping my records, so I don't know if I should go there.
Just go up. I know you're.
Just play the long game then. Just wait.
What the fuck are you talking
Because he doesn't believe in doctors.
Oh
no, yeah, because what if I tell him, I have a little bit of anxiety, and then they're like, this guy's got anxiety, and then the government knows I have anxiety.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be a mall shooter.
Listen, I mean, listen. All I can say is those medical records, they have to be subpoenaed for one. To even be able to be released, you can't they have to get a warrant.
It's called HIPAA. Your information's protected. People who are not people don't have people don't have the ability to look at your information unless they're privy to it for some reason or not. I don't think.
Yeah, but if we become a socialist country, that's going to change, and then they're just going to have it.
That's not going to happen.
He's like, yeah. You're gonna get your bread ration and your weed ration as you're in the bread line, all in one line, as you're being brought in and out of the gulag.
I think what you're gonna see is socialism. Socialism is just another thing, dude. It's just a bunch of young people who don't fucking know anything. It's just it.
Well, Dan, they start making money. It's just the pain of going to a doctor, getting this damn appointment, and then I gotta get a prescription. Then I just want to walk into the store.
Hey, he'll walk up to you and he'll be like, "Yo, brother, what's up?" Be like, "Man, I got anxiety, got a little back problems." You say, "Hey, man, I got you, set you straight." And he's gonna give you a medical marijuana card, and then you go to a dispensary.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's how it works.
So it's like you get a weed ID,
but you're 100% in a system.
You are in a system, but that system is just
a system of weed, brother.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was owned by the government.
Do you think I should do that?
So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to sign?
Wait,
Mike, you work construction, right? You got a bad back.
Do I think you should go out and pursue it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's what you want to do, sure.
I'm going to have a lawn now, so when I mow my lawn, I would like to...
Yeah.
There you go, then.
And if you have a medical marijuana card, you'd be able to legally do it and your residence. So you could go sit in your backyard and smoke a joint.
Go in the backyard, wake up on a Saturday, craft coffee.
Yeah, smoke a joint.
You know what's crazy about that?
And you
As
get
a
really
kid, and in college, it was illegal, but we would fucking be out on our back porch and, you know what I mean? Just smoking.
Yep.
It always made me so nervous. My friends would drive around and smoke a blunt in the car.
So
that blew my mind. I'd be in there with them, and I'd be so... Why? Because what if you get pulled over? It's over.
Yeah, I agree. I would never...
Yeah, but it's so much funner.
I knew people that would, like, go, down an old road or something and go smoke it, but then get back in immediately in their car and drive. Like, you're already fucked up. Like, if you get pulled over, you're fucking toast.
Mike, would you drive down the road with a fucking handle of Jack Daniels and just start taking rips?
No, this is what I used to do. I used to do like a bowl.
Yeah.
I used to do like a bowl and hit it when I was driving, light up a cigarette after, get a nice coffee, cruise around. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, but you don't know, that shit stank like weed. If you
but
smoking a cigarette.
Fall up, Dan.
That wouldn't work.
My friends weren't doing it to enjoy the scenery. They were doing it to get blitzed because it wouldn't just be a singular blunt. It'd be
but I would do that too with friends.
Yeah. All I was saying, it made me feel nervous because I was like, fuck, dude, it's over. Like, if this happens. I mean,
when you think about Target, do it too.
Target?
Yeah, that was a big one.
I don't like doing it in public places. I hate it.
Listen, if I could, I just want to do. I want to be able to take like the drops. Like I don't actually like smoking weed.
Yeah, I hate smoking weed.
But I like getting a little buzz. All right,
I'll tell you.
I watch cartoons. I'm an adult man who watches cartoons. That would be great for me. This would be a boon to my life.
I'll tell you.
And I got anxiety and back problems. Come on.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you this much. A Danimal, that shit fucking rules. Tablespoon. No, listen, dude. Why the fuck? What? Why are you looking at me like I'm stupid, Ryan? Okay, a Danimal. I took it. Okay.
What's a Danimal?
It's a Danimal. Is like it looks like Pepto-Bismol, and it's in this little thing, like plastic pink container, like little, and you just unscrew the cap. You put a little bit in, like a teaspoon of it, and you take it. Dude, that's probably 20 milligrams, 30 milligrams right there.
It's like liquid THC.
Oh, it's
basically.
THC. Oh, okay.
Well, no shit. Wow. Yeah.
I thought you were trying to talk about dabs, which is like wax.
Which still has THC in it, yes.
No, I don't know. Well, it's totally different. Have you ever done a dab?
Yes, I have done a dab.
You become whatever you're sitting on top of.
Are you guys talking about the Mary Jane?
Yeah, I will say this, but Danimal is the best, dude. No back pain, no nothing, dude. I literally just go... I just sleep. I would sleep like a fucking rock.
Dan's like, I used to go out and build houses on Danimal.
Dude, I wish I could, dude.
But I felt awful afterwards. But when I was high, man.
See, I enjoyed the ceremony of smoking it. I think.
I do too. Yeah. Like passing it from person to person, conversation.
Nah, fuck that shit. That's disgusting.
Well, we used to do that by your pool. That was awesome.
I mean, that's like what
the best, dude.
I mean, smokers have the same kind of thing. It's like the feeling of smoking, the ritual, the socialization that comes with smoking. It's kind of similar.
Yeah,
I understand that when I'm drunk.
Yeah,
I love that too, man.
What, smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, like I'm more
with the construction buddy with a cup of coffee. Woo.
Good times, good combos.
That's how you know something's really awesome. It's not even a full blown. Huge. Woo! It's woo. That's the real shit right there.
Because you don't have anything to prove.
Yeah, it's
like a good time.
I don't know, man. I hope everything gets legalized. I really do. I think everything should be heroin, DMT, meth. Just do it all, and then if you get caught doing meth, they just shoot you, and then we just move on.
Yeah, we move on with our lives.
No, honestly.
Let me check those canines. Let me check those teeth, sir.
Yeah.
You got meth mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, meth mouth. No, I just don't brush my teeth.
Oh no, my son. Your son, he had meth mouth. Wasn't worth it.
Well, stuff that's very addictive,
something worth
I think there should be some regulations.
Well, dude, why though? Why should we limit people's freedom of choice?
People will get addicted to like painkillers. Like, are you just going to let somebody?
That's happening anyway, Michael.
I know it's happening, but they've put in laws and rules in now.
No, they haven't. Well, all right. No,
it's definitely more regulated than it's not.
I just watched a documentary of the pharmacist, so maybe this is have a little bit of information on it. But basically,
was this that Netflix show?
Yeah.
Well, consider the source, my friend.
Sorry. But it was pretty cool to see how it was regulated. It was controlled. It was just that the doctors were overprescribing because the companies how they advertised it, which was authorized by the FDA, said it was non-addictive. It was the least addictive. Right.
Yeah, when the doctors also got kickbacks for prescribing them too.
So well, they don't talk about that in the documentary, so I don't know. I don't know if that might be true. I'm sure.
No, that is true.
I'm sure it is. But you sit there and you go, okay, so it was regulated. It was done the right way, and it still got abused.
Well, yeah, but now it's done the right way. But it did get abused, but it's not being abused as much as it was. They've put in regulations in place now.
Well, they went after the doctors that were overprescribing. So and that's just the way it should be.
Say this drug's legal. Do businesses have? Do you think they have a right to be able to drug test their workers?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I don't think so.
Even though it's a private business.
So Dan, you think you should just walk into like a drug, like a CVS, to be able to buy
heroin? Fucking let's go.
I don't think that would be the case.
No,
legalized. It'll be decriminalized, not necessarily legalized, right?
Decriminalize all use and decide on what a use amount is. Because you can walk around with almost up to an ounce of weed in most states, and it's not considered distribution.
This might be a dumb question. Is there a difference between legalization and decriminalization?
Absolutely. Decriminalization means that with the possession and thereof possession is not a crime.
So would they still confiscate the drug?
They can confiscate. They could confiscate, absolutely. But what they could also do is it really comes down to the producers and manufacturers of those drugs. Those are the people that once you have over a certain amount of the substance, then they can go after that person. So if you're not distributing, but you're doing personal use, which is pretty common, I think nowadays most personal use stuff is kind of going away. Like you have a problem, you're not the problem. You have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I think it should be viewed. Decriminalize everything then. Maybe not legalize it, but decriminalize it.
I just think hardcore drugs can really mess people up and if they're very addicted to them.
Absolutely.
Sure, but so can alcohol, so can...
Yeah, alcohol is probably the worst one.
Well, like, look at the scourge that alcohol really has on a large... probably not a large majority, but, like, there is a good percentage of people that deal with an alcoholic in their family. Everybody knows an alcoholic. Yeah, I mean, and they not only ruin their own lives, they generally ruin the lives of the people around them, their kids, their wife, or their husband, or whoever. Like, it just becomes a systematic thing. Then you ruin generations of people because they see that behavior normalized.
Yeah,
but you could make the same argument for drugs as well. Like, that's the same thing. I don't think you can legislate morality, and you can't legislate people to do the right thing. So, I pretty much agree with Dan that it should just be decriminalized, especially for fucking marijuana. I mean,
I believe in marijuana. I'm just saying for the harder, more addictive drugs, it won't be easy to get.
Why is marijuana still illegal? I don't get it.
There is no reason. It's just all a lot of propaganda.
There's a lot of money in the anti-drug business, just making rhetoric and propaganda.
Not to mention the alcohol business was severely hurt in Colorado. Severely, I think, at one point. And maybe that's a lie.
So they could be in on it, huh?
Well, I think for a period of time it went back down, but then people went back to because most people like to smoke weed and drink alcohol.
I just such like a big. It could be such a potential tax revenue for states. Like, I don't know why they don't more seriously. I agree with Texas though, but but I don't understand why this isn't more seriously considered, especially states that want to improve their infrastructure or roads or whatever. They'll sit there and keep taxing the fuck out of cigarettes. They think that's the thing, the sin tax they call it. Seriously, that's what it's called. The sin tax.
Dude, how come cigarettes are so expensive? They can't be that expensive to
taxes.
produce.
Yeah, they tax them.
Like you're paying 70% of that is tax.
Oh my goodness.
Every year they go up. Like when I left Alaska. So Alaska, everything's more expensive because of like import stuff because everything has to come up on a ship or something.
Like a convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
kidding.
But you pay for convenience at a convenience store. Everything gets marked up, so everything's kind of like a convenience store. But by the time I left, because of taxes, they had gone up like $5 a pack in 2 years. Cigarettes were $11-12 a pack when I left.
Wow, back then?
Yeah, insane. Just pay $120
right now? What's a pack of cigarettes right now? Like $10?
Where in Alaska?
No, just
in general. I think they're like probably like $6 or $7. Even in South Carolina, they're like $7 probably. I don't smoke anymore, so I don't really know what the prices are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Occasionally, when I like drink, I will buy a pack of cigarettes. Like if I know I'm probably gonna get drunk, I'll buy a pack of cigarettes just to have it around and end up smoking a couple. But yeah, it's like anywhere between like $6 and $8 for a pack of cigarettes right now.
Depending on what kind. Do you ever feel guilty when you do that?
You know, I've actually been really surprised at how resilient I've been, and just like it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, well, I get the same way, but sometimes, not really recently, but I'd buy like a box of donuts and eat one and then fucking hate myself and talk mad shit, and then I'll just throw it all away.
I've done that. I've done shit like that before.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I got a Wendy's Frosty the other day, and I only like maybe took 3 or 4 sips like from it, and I was like, "God, what the fuck am I doing?"
You got caught in the haze, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was just like,
Wendy's
I got a Wendy. I was driving by Wendy's, and I was like, "Dude, I can't." Because now that I'm going to school and I have more money, I can kind of talk myself into it.
I almost just put money in the bank.
Yeah, and I was
car.
Yeah,
like you were Frodo in the ring.
And I looked over and I'm like,
and
then you see that Baconator sign, you're like, dude, bro, this has to happen. And I went over and it was like, oh, what would you like to drink? And I just saw, I'm like, give me a fucking Big Frost or Win Frosty, whatever.
You chose that as your drink?
Could you just pour some lard in a cup, sir?
And dude, it was so thick that I couldn't even drink it. And so I'd wait till I get home and then I let it thaw.
Yeah.
And I just realized, I'm like, I'm just drinking sugar. I'm just literally just pour sugar in a glass of water, a bunch of it, swirl it up, and just take a swig. That's what I'm drinking. So.
Actually, you want to hear something crazy? So I've been doing like almost carnivore diet for the past like 2 weeks, and I ate a fucking peanut butter cracker last night. First thing I've had that's not like broccoli or a protein in like almost 2 weeks. I fucking felt physically ill.
That's right.
That's physically ill. Like it is good because it kind of turned me off because today is my cheat day and I was like, I don't even know if I want to go through this experience.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's good. That's discipline. That's guilt. I like it. That's the way it should be.
But yeah, I was really taken. I actually was like, oh, this is a good thing because I don't enjoy it. Like I didn't enjoy it, so I was like, oh, cool, good.
And then think about this, dude. Now you put a walk in once a day, you're good to go. Maybe a run once you work up to it. And you're good.
Listen, I don't take advice from people that have less hair than me, so can't be doing this.
Oh, guys, it's bad, dude. It's bad. It's like a real struggle over here. No, I mean,
Ryan, take note of what I'm doing here. So, sir, back off.
I'm telling you, dude.
When Mike goes to the doctor and his doctor's bald, he's like, I don't fucking believe a word you said.
Get out of here, druid witch doctor.
Show me your license.
Then you need to start a group for marginalized people, and they just happen to be bald men.
Like,
I think,
your enthusiasm.
Yeah, Larry David already has that club, the bald.
Yeah,
club.
Just go bald then. Just decide.
It's not that bad, dude. It's not that bad.
He's giving it a shot. He's trying to be one of us.
It's really not that bad. It's honestly not that bad.
It's how you wear it
to begin with.
I think it's coming back though. I see like the little seeds of hope. Part of me hopes that it only does this so Dan feels like that flourish of hope and then it just gets fucking crushed when nothing else happens and he spent thousands of dollars.
No, I think it's all about maintenance and like using.
If you just went bald, you wouldn't even have to worry about it.
And that would be fine, but it's not that bad. It's just that I see thinning. I'm seeing thinning, and even like at the top a little bit. There's nothing wrong with going bald. I just don't want to.
You fucking look ugly, Mike.
Why bald?
I might look weird.
Some people look good bald.
I've seen myself bald, unlike most of you.
I shaved my head recently.
No, as an adult, shaved my.
I have.
When?
In college, remember that Facebook picture you commented on?
What?
Remember that? Rachel tried to give me a haircut, and fucked it up. So I was like, "Fuck it, just shave it off." This was like my second year. I was a sophomore in college. Remember that?
No, I honestly.
And my hair is so blonde that it makes my receding hairline look worse than it is. Remember that picture you commented?
No,
you said, real nice hair, Ryan, or some fucking ass shit like that.
Yeah.
Dad, just do it. Let's just see, because I never seen you bald.
Well, I have, and it's not pretty because I have these fucking eyebrows.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to
Sharpied on.
Just taper those eyebrows back, thin them out. Get a razor, thin them out a little bit.
The only thing I can say is this: I'm going to be in denial for the rest of my life, and I'm okay with it. Like honestly, I'm like, you know what? And like, dude, I can already tell you, Ryan, I can see that line. It's like right in the center of your forehead. Go up.
Right, yeah, because Dan's like living 5 years in your hair future.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. Like even on the right side, left side. Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you right now. You better start take care of your hair, dude.
Well, Ryan's got different hair than yours. Yours has always had like this hay-like texture, and I'm not saying that to be a cruel monster. No, he has that.
But it's also about how to take care of your hair, nutrition. Ryan, I'm obviously kidding, dude. You have
great hair. A lot of time to this hair, Dan. You might just want to go bald.
Well, I always worry about this little Mike, this little bastard.
Mike's very pro. Like, just shave it off, dude. Just
Mike. Why would you tell me to give up on my dream?
Because it's fun for us.
No, because I don't want to see you go through all the money and the finances.
It's not that much money. It's not. I'm saying
and the anguish and not being able to sleep at night and tossing and turning. Like
every 3 months, it's about $40.
Dan, how many fucking Switches could you buy with that money?
I'm not getting a Switch, guys.
No, but you can save up in 6 months, 9 months. You could have a Switch.
Listen. I'll tell you this much. Once I pay off all this credit card shit I have, bless up, thanks, Grandpa. Once I pay off all this credit card shit and I'll be good. Yeah, maybe I'll get a Switch, but it's not gonna be for a while.
Well, I'm getting a Switch. Sean, do you have a Switch?
Yeah, yep. Sarah has a Switch. Yeah.
Ryan's getting one too. I'm getting one too for the kids. They really.
I think I might just get a Switch Lite.
Ryan, you told me not to get that.
I told you not to get it because you're getting it for different reasons.
Well, Michael, get the Switch Lite for the kids. It's more weighted. It's sturdier. If you have the Switch, the regular one, then you got to like worry about controllers.
Yeah, but if they want to play party games.
No, we want to play party games with the family.
Okay. Then you're going to need a regular one then.
Because the Switch Lite doesn't
I reversed my statement. I didn't know that this was supposed to be some sort of family activity.
Yeah, because Maritza wants to play too, but they can't really play the play.
Yeah, because you could like milk cows and great Nintendo products. Yeah. More fun games. Milking cows. Do they have bowling on there?
I don't know.
Yeah, they have to.
I bet they don't.
I mean, listen, I played Wii bowling all the way up until like a year ago.
I think a lot of people who bought the original Wii, they just stuck on that sports disc.
Yeah, because old people loved it. That's what it was. Yeah. And
it is fun.
And it came with the system.
Yep.
You didn't have to buy it extra. It came with the system. And like seriously, if you just have that as a party machine, that's a suite of games that are perfect for parties.
I'm thinking about buying, instead of the Switch, I've been looking into the Wii because you can get this stuff for super cheap, dude, and you can get games with like guns.
Oh, if you want to if you're doing it just for your family and stuff, you might want to just go get a fucking Wii and the Wii Sports.
Yeah, dude.
And then go get like Carnival games.
Mike, don't
you
listen
can find
to
these games for like $10,
dude. You're gonna go buy the Nintendo Switch.
Mike,
it's gonna be the best investment you've ever made.
Right. They have like arcade games and shit on there.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Switch have all that?
Yeah, but you get a freaking controller with the Wii, dude. Fucking gun. Point it.
Oh, I'm getting a Switch Lite because I want to sit on my couch and play games.
Wow, just like you can't now. Like, what are you talking about?
Dan, I have to sit in a fucking chair to play games. I don't want to sit in a chair to play fucking PlayStation.
You don't have to.
What?
Dan, don't have
when
to.
This is your complaint? Like, I have to sit in a fucking chair.
When I play PlayStation, okay, I have to sit up.
King of the castle.
I have to sit upright, and I can't half-ass when I play PlayStation because I want to. Because I want to win.
Okay, then what the fuck is
when I'm playing the Switch, dude, I won't want to win. I'll just sit on the couch on a little.
Yeah.
Right, how does that make any sense?
I don't know. That doesn't.
Well, Anna, I really just want to play Nintendo games.
Oh, there you go. That's all you had to say. You don't need to have
I also want to play it on the couch.
rationalizations. Like, I'm gonna take something that I can play in my car when I want to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go sit out there. Rachel, she's angry at me.
Honestly,
I sit in the car for 2 hours.
Yeah, if you got the Switch, I could game with you more. I could hop in the bathroom. Hey, go and take a poop.
Hey, come on, let's go to each other's farm and start.
Mike can see the chat already now. Mike is just like blowing up the chat, dude. Guys, I'm shitting. I need to. Who wants the game? BF5, dude. BF5. Let's go.
Come to my farm.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, guys. Get a quick game in. I don't know, man. I think if I get a Switch, it will be later or something. I don't really care about. My couch is fine already. I don't know what you have. You have some weird shit.
Dan, you're gonna be left out of the party because
I guess I will, dude. Thank God. Thank God.
You can't actually. There is no like built-in audio chat for Switch. You have to download an app onto your phone.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then you have to log into your Nintendo account on this app, and basically dumb. It's fucking ridiculous.
Is it hard to do?
I don't know. Mike,
for you, dude, I'm sitting there trying to get Mike to do the ESPN Plus thing, Sean. So because that's why I asked, but then I remembered. I did, Sean. I did. That's why I was asking for your shit, but you took forever, so I remembered. Okay. But it's all good. But so we were watching the UFC fights. Yeah, we and him both were on it, the same account. So we were watching it, and we were chilling. And I'm sitting there trying to get Mike to log in. And I'm like, all right, man, it's Deegan, and he goes, all right. I'm like Deegan. He goes, hey, he doesn't know how to spell our last name, dude.
No, I do, but Dan,
he's like Gon.
If it's an A or an O at the end.
Deegan or Deegon, guy, come on. You're college educated, Michael. I expect more from you.
Yeah,
but that's
more education.
I had a question, man. You got to slow down.
I know. I was like, it was so funny though. It was good. It was a good time. But hopefully next week, we'll have some other things going on. I don't know. Hopefully next week.
Okay.
Dan wants to end the part.
I have to go.
Leave my house.
Do have to go, but
all right. Well, it's been a wild time, guys. I think we've a lot of takeaways from tonight's episode. Number 1, Dan should just shave his head. Okay, that's a pretty big lesson we all learned. Number 3, we should do drugs.
Yep,
everybody should do drugs. They should be legalized, regardless of the repercussions. Because this is America, people, and it's founded on doing whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt other people, unless they're your children, which you have every right to hurt because they are your property. And so thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're trying to get people to go to the YouTube page, okay? How can we make that big YouTube money? We can't do it if you don't go there and subscribe. We could be doing this live. You could be sending us questions. We could be answering them for a nominal fee. Super chats. So that would be great. We're trying to build that up. We're probably gonna have some more stuff on there, some more video content in the future, some fun stuff. We got some plans in the pipeline working, and I think that's about it. We also have a Twitch page that we don't use anymore because Pro Twitch Gaming was just a momentary thing, just a flight of fancy. But we'll be back once Ryan gets his rig. Is what we call it. What he calls it.
Yeah.
He said,
I want to do it right. I'm gonna do it like a fucking. Yeah, I want to do it right.
I ain't broadcasting natively from my PlayStation. It ain't happening. That's what losers do. Okay, that's what bums do.
Damn right.
Everyone, I go on Twitch. I see somebody broadcasting from their PlayStation. I immediately change the channel. I don't got time for that garbage. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing some stuff. I might stream over there on my PlayStation occasionally, just to keep it alive. Maybe you guys can watch me farm, and I'll talk to you about farming. I've been playing Stardew Valley. But anyways, so that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for listening, everybody. This is episode 21. Come back next week for episode 22. Pretty novel. See, that's how you know.
22.
That's how you get excited, because it was understood.
God, man,
Sick.
I hope.
Dude, I haven't been to the doctors in a long time.
Don't go, Marco. No, they're basically the black magician wizards of the modern era. I mean, would you go?
I have a theory.
Would you go see a druid? I don't think so.
What's your theory?
My theory is that if you never go to the doctors, never believe you're sick, you're probably never going to get sick.
I mean,
do you believe that theory, or you just have a theory?
No, I believe that theory. I believe if I don't ever think I'm sick, then I'll never get sick.
That is so.
Well, hold on.
Smash cut to a week later. I have terminal cancer.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you.
How do you believe that?
Okay.
How do you agree with that?
I think the mind is very powerful, and I think that it's not going to stop you from being completely sick, but it will, it will fucking.
So you agree with them sending those kids, those gay kids, to those camps because they can, through their mind, they can pray the gay away because the mind is very powerful.
I mean, technically, you could make a conscious choice to not interact in a sexual way with, with anything.
You can definitely be cured.
Yeah, but Mike, if you got...
You can cure any behavior with enough electricity running through your body.